Hey everybody, it's Pete. So if you have ever wondered why different voters get different ballot styles, or why the polling place you're going to may be farther away than another polling place to you, we're going to walk through some of the reasons why that is. So to start with ballot styles, different voters are going to receive different ballot styles. It all depends on what you're entitled to vote on. So to start with, every voter is assigned a precinct. So that's the first thing that we will have different ballot styles for. But then we're also going to have ballots based on where you live. So different districts, different ballot styles. Depending on the election, folks that live in city limits or outside city limits are going to get a different ballot style, because those that live in the city are entitled to vote for city officials or questions that the city put on the ballot. Those who don't are not. Same thing with county board districts, state senate districts, state rep districts, school districts, fire protection districts, library districts, park districts, any type of local board that you're electing people to, that's going to determine what your ballot style is. So there are neighbors who literally have different districts because the boundaries might run right in between their different properties. So just because you're getting a different ballot from your neighbor does not mean anything is incorrect. Like I said, this could also be because of local referendum. If a school district that your neighbor lives in has a tax question on the ballot, they'll get to vote on that. If you live in a different school district and they don't have that tax question on the ballot, you won't get to vote on that. So what's going to happen is that when your election judges are checking you in, part of the process is they're going to verify which ballot style to give you. It's in your application to vote, it's in the signature sheet, and that same number is at the top of your ballot that they hand to you. We assign those ballot styles based on all the information that we have in your voter profile. Could there be a mistake? Absolutely. That's why one of the most important things you can do as a voter is either when you get your voter card, check over the districts that are listed on it, or if you go to macoupinvotes.gov and use our voter lookup tool, you can see the districts that we currently have you listed as residing in. If you see a mistake, contact us and we'll be more than happy to research it and get a correction made if we need to. But if it's election day and you get a ballot and you're looking at it and you're going, I don't think this is correct. I think maybe I'm supposed to be voting in this for these people or this district. Do not cast the ballot right away. Try to call our office and we will try to verify whether or not, number one, you got the correct ballot, and if you did get the correct ballot but you still feel it's incorrect, we'll try to verify if we need to get the judges to fill out a correction form and get you the correct ballot because we just had it coded wrong. That could happen. But if you do the check before each election, either on your voter's card or through the voter lookup online, we can make sure that those types of things don't happen on election day and make it much easier. But if you believe you have the wrong ballot, the most important thing on election day is do not vote it and put it in the machine and then say, oh, you know what, maybe I made a mistake. I should have been able to vote for these other districts, because as soon as your ballot is in the machine, it's been counted and we have no way to go back and correct it and let you vote for another one. But the reason why we want to make sure that all these ballot styles are correct and that you're getting the correct one is we want to ensure that every voter is participating and getting to vote in the elections that directly affect them, that directly affect where they live, and that they're entitled to vote on. Now, the other question, why are you going to a polling place that's further away from where you live than another polling place? So in Illinois, the first thing we start with is which township do you live in? Then some townships are divided into multiple precincts. For example, down in the Staunton-Dorchester Township area, there are some folks who live in Dorchester Township, but are now part of the city of Staunton. They are still, by state law, going to vote at the Dorchester Township polling place, not the Staunton Township polling place, because they don't live in Staunton Township. So theoretically, the polling place could be right across the township line from you, but you're not going to be able to vote there according to current state law because you don't live in that township and you don't live in that precinct. So I know sometimes it's a little bit more inconvenient than it otherwise could be, but by state law, we start with what township do you live in? and then that determines which polling place you're actually going to vote in. So again, hopefully that helps explain maybe why you got a different ballot than your neighbor, why you're voting in a different polling place than the one that's the closest to you. But it's all based on state law and making sure that our elections are accurate and secure.